Unless you make a lot of money, saving money won't make you wealthy. And so today I want to share 3 ideas that I teach as an economics teacher to my students that will help people become people of value and make saving money a side quest to the main quest of becoming valuable in the marketplace. And with these 3 ideas, you will change the way you think about value, wealth, and work. And so if you want to actually save money by making more money, keep on watching. Number 1, let's think about the future here. And let's do that by thinking about first what happened in the past, okay? So machines replace manual work, right? Like Industrial Revolution, advanced robotics, a lot of manual work was replaced, right? And so why did that happen? Well, it's because the cost of getting the work done became lower because of machines. And so think about artificial intelligence and what it will replace, right? So artificial general intelligence will probably replace most cognitive work that does not require any emotional intelligence. And if we combine the artificial general intelligence, cognitive ability, with advanced robotics, then a lot of manual work that requires cognitive thinking will also be replaced. And so the question you have to ask is, what remains, right? So what remains is relational work. Cognitive tasks that don't require the human touch will largely be substituted by AI. So think diagnosis for like in a hospital, think like the legal clerk, right? Imagine scanning all your receipts on an AI and that will do all your bookkeeping, right? And as this happens, soft skills like emotional management, communication, leadership will become increasingly important as a way to distinguish your replaceability. And so if you can land a job in an industry that is more unlikely to be replaced, you automatically have higher job security. So think high-ticket sales, think education, think counseling. In these professions, AI is likely to augment or even modify workflows, but it's unlikely to fully substitute everything that job is about. Other side of this you can think about is, well, who are the people that are making the AI, right? Who are the people that are programming these applications, right? Yes, AI will be able to program, but there still needs to be some human level leadership assessing the quality of AI, right? And so those are the kind of 2 directions you want to be thinking about in terms of, are you going to be replaced in the future? Because you don't want to work yourself out of a job, right? That's a horrible way of saving money, okay? So what jobs will be replaced? Jobs that are largely algorithmic, even if they are complex, right? So think like junior accountants, right? Not necessarily like the senior partner that's bringing in business, but the junior accountant that is just doing tasks, right? So the intermediate accountant will be the new junior accountant, if you know what I mean. Website designers, right? Largely algorithmic. With all of this in mind, what I want you to take away from this is saving money isn't about like cutting costs, right? Saving money is about how do you increase your value in the marketplace so that you can save more money. And so think about it this way. If you made 10% more money and you saved all of that, that would be more than if you just saved 10% of your current income. Okay, so thinking about how you can earn more is almost always a more worthwhile problem to solve. And you're not sacrificing your current lifestyle. Number 2, in a globalized world, geographic mobility is more valuable sometimes than the pay itself. I won't lie about the fact that I live in China, and you'd think it'd be like one heck of a difference from America, right? Don't get me wrong, it's different, but I'm also a 10-minute walk away. Get this, I'm a 10-minute walk away from a Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, Dairy Queen, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and I can get Tim Hortons delivered to my house for like 2-3 RMB, which is like 50-60 cents American, within the hour. Cost of living here is cheaper than the top tier cities in America, and the infrastructure makes life super convenient, and it's one of the big reasons why I've stayed like here in like 9 years. And I'm not advocating for China in any way. I'm not advocating for any city. I am, however, advocating for the fact that in a globalized and connected world, nothing is stopping you from making an income online or working overseas. Yeah? Like you can probably live a lifestyle for $2,000 a month in Vietnam or Thailand. That's just as good as a $10,000 a month lifestyle in America. But here's the thing, you'll be making American wages, right? And so for me, I am making, well, Canadian, I guess, same thing, Canadian, right, same thing. Canadian wages, standard like North American wages in China, right? And you could do that in other countries. Imagine starting an online business and then moving to Dubai and like not paying any tax, or moving to Hong Kong and not paying that much tax, right? And so that is an opportunity within itself. Is your job geographically mobile? Or has your job to help you build skills that would be valuable in other geographies? Is something that I also want you to think about, because we are planning for the future. How do we actually increase our income to save more money? So ask yourself, if money had no intrinsic value, and it doesn't, right? Because its value is in the experiences that it will buy for us and the stuff it will buy for us. What life are you actually after? And can that be satisfied elsewhere? If it can, it might be worth it to look into other options. Number 3, take on the burden of life and embrace work for what it is. I used to think I can get something for nothing, or at least very little. I used to think I could spend 3 hours a week making $100,000 a month on my online business. Not true. And anyone that is living that life, put in the hours to get there. Everything you want is on the other side of getting better. And you can only get better by improving and reflecting on the process. Not by working more, right? Not by doing the same thing over and over again. We don't actually get better when we do the same thing over and over again. We just get faster. We become more efficient. But we don't actually get better. We get better when we think about the steps we take to do something, and we think about, is there a step we can remove? Is there a step that will generate a higher output, right? When we think about the actual productivity of the processes that we go through, only then do we improve and get better. So what are the processes that you go through at your work, at your daily life, that you can actually improve? And by improvement, you save time, and you can use that time to generate extra output, extra value. Start a side hustle or a side business, okay? And so your season of no, right, comes after your season of yes. What do I mean by that? Well, it means you want to try everything and then pick something that will give you a comparative advantage, that you can be better at than everyone else, and you are better at it because you focused on getting better at it, not because you were born that way, okay? Work the extra hour, obviously without sacrificing your health. Pick up a side hustle. If it's a worthwhile goal, it will be worth the work. And so, what does all of this mean for you? Well, you want to save money. You want to hit 100K, 200K, 300K. The long path is the shortest path because it's the only path. Move forward. Think to yourself, what is your next step in hitting the 100K? How can you increase your income? How can you become a more valuable person? How can you future-proof your own career? Is it putting that extra dollar in the account? Is it putting that extra 30 minutes at the end of the workday reflecting on how you can improve some of the processes at work? How you can pivot your career? Where else you can work? Do it now. Prove it to yourself until it becomes reality. And if that is the path you want to go on, like and subscribe to this channel, because we are all about giving you and your family the life you believe they deserve.